Hello, welcome to another edition of Mzansi Fundiz Podcast. Before we can talk about football, we are becoming an administration issue.
Hey, yeah, I know.
Week in and week out, we must discuss things that are off the field. Something happened at Loftus, Lufuno.
Yeah.
Cox, I must check. Were you one of the fighters? Oh, we must be clear.
I was very worried.
No, I think, having said that, Lufuno, we've got to look at it and say, Mamelodi Sundowns as a club, the away fans get allocated a position to be able to sit on. There were arrangements made with, I saw the Gauteng Premier communicating, this is transport, this is everything. Away supporters are looked after.
Yeah.
But the scenes that happen afterwards are not good for not even South African football.
Yeah. It's barbaric behavior. You need to put it that way. We witnessed beautiful football on the pitch, and some other people decided to make another fight outside of the pitch. It's uncalled for. You have kids that were there going to watch football. You are putting people's life at risk, and we should condemn this behavior because African football is moving forward. We cannot be seeing such kind of scenes in football matches.
Cox, from what then happened, because, and I don't want us to be blame this one and that one. Scenes that we saw were not very good because some of us want to go to the stadium with our partner, some of us want to go with our kids. And when they then see what happens there, the first thing is, you're not taking my kid there.
Yeah.
I'm not going there. And you're now sitting where you're saying all the hard work that the teams do in marketing, it's undone.
No, correct, because we've come a long way for us to be here. We had to shake off some of the stigma attached to the match. There's still some other battles that we're fighting, and we thought that, okay, we've sorted that out. But now we find ourselves in a position where you have visitors that are coming in, and they don't behave like visitors, we cannot condone this behavior. Yes, we understand the passion that is behind football. We understand that you really love your team. But you loving your team cannot make you so blind to a point that you now want to endanger other people's lives. There are other measures in terms of addressing these things that you might not be happy with on the field of play. Speak to the supporters. And I believe that the ultras usually have these continuous meetings with the team.
But Cox, Lufuno, here's my issue. You went to the game, you are allocated a place, you are now ripping off the branding of the home team. You're not there to rearrange the furniture. It's not your place. Yours is to support those that are on the field. And when you then lose, because this is an anomaly, AS FAR came, no problem. Wydad has been coming, no. Even Esperance last season came. Because they came, they won. So when you win, it's okay.
It's okay.
So
we need to condemn it.
Nobody has a divine right to winning a football game.
We need to condemn it, because now, if I'm a Sundowns supporter and I'm thinking of going to watch the second game, what do I have to think about? Am I safe in Tunisia to go there and watch the game? And the game should be, a sport that should need to unite us, not to divide us.
The club had done so much. You've got allocated position, they even had security, and now you go and have that.
You are going far, but by taking it to the actual fighting that happened. Let's talk about the flares that went on throughout the match, because those things are not allowed. CAF has been very clear on that. As FAR was one of the teams that were fined for carrying out the flares. Let's start with those things and root it out. Let's start with the lasers that are being constantly when you travel up north. Those things are not allowed. But you see fans that are continuously wanting to defy the laws of the game, and that sets a precedent to say we're going to have a problem. And now you're even doing it in other people's stadium. Now it's going to be a problem because you're compromising the security.
Somebody almost fell, and thanks to
that picture, it's
because I'll tell you what, Lufuno, and somebody may say, no, how can you say that? I'm not sure in the heat of a fight, when we're fighting, I'm going to be looking out for somebody's life. But somebody had the good heart in him to be able to say,
to save a life.
Because where he was dropping from, if you know Loftus, that's very, very high.
Yeah, it's saving a life, But as I said, such kind of barbaric behavior will cause this kind of nature where we will lose supporters, we will lose people in general away from going to the games. We're encouraging people to go to the games. Sundowns have opened the gates, come wear Sundowns colours and gain the entry. But tomorrow, if I'm going to think about that these teams bring such kind of barbaric behavior, I'm not going to go to the stadium.
No, correct.
Having said that, what we saw on TV, so MC Alger, those supporters were like proper. From Pirates walking on the field, they were saying, hey.
Yeah, they showed us everything in high definition.
No, everything was in high definition.
We didn't go to see the Coca-Cola that they had. I don't know if it's about it was, there's some black stuff that they had there being chucked on the post. I don't know what was happening. We even saw what MC Algers were doing afterwards by bringing a bucket of
there's
boiling
spring
water.
cleaning afterwards.
It was a battle of psychology. Pirates have won it. They've won
So
it.
they've won the psychological battle and won the first leg.
Absolutely.
Having said that, most of the ties are pretty much out in the open. I mean, 1-0 is the way to go, except for one.
It's one tie that
Pyramid is the only one that decided no.
It's wrapped.
Yeah,
Pyramid decided no.
But remember, in history of football, we have seen teams turning 4-0 score. Come back in and get into the semi-final.
Personal
so those are the things that have
He remembers Simba too well. He remembers
memory.
No, I'm telling you the truth.
You've experienced. Yeah, you are telling us your experience. We understand.
Mapagania, you went away.
Yeah.
Mapagania. Now I won't lie. I was not a believer. This was the only believer. The floor is yours, sir.
I said that Orlando Pirates, the ghost, happy people, they are going to the semi-final.
Yeah.
I said it.
And they've got 1 foot.
So, Cox, having seen what MC Alger, what the support was like, does that then inspire? And having seen what the Sundowns supporters did, it says the ball is in your court. Orlando Pirates supporters go in numbers. And this season they've been there in numbers.
You don't even have to say the ball is in your court. Orlando Pirates supporters know the mandate. They've known the mandate from the first game of the season.
I heard the Pirates supporter says those Esperance fans should have tried that
and speaking about that, there's history that's Orlando Pirates. So I'm just glad they never tried it. But Orlando Pirates supporters, they've been able to carry the team. It's been beautiful to watch, especially with Jose coming through. Jose has been able to get the support back into it. Because when he got there, his first complaint was, but how do we not have a full stadium all the time? And he got the football that they played to a point that now you don't even have to ask.
It's standard.
It's standard. You don't even have to ask Pirates supporters midweek, especially Champions League. And we know Orlando Pirates supporters, they were one of the first supporters to actually embrace this tournament and take it seriously and be in a position
Orlando,
to...
let's go deep. I'm going to free ticket.
No, but before we get to Escotin, wait. Before we get there, we've got to give Orlando Pirates credit for having gone away in that hostile.
They're unbeaten.
And beat.
They're unbeaten. Edition.
Nobody
has beaten Pirates.
Nobody has beaten them.
We need to give them credit.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Padre, Jose.
But that stadium,
he goes to play the occasions.
That stadium on Tuesday was very hostile. They let you know that you are an away team.
Pirates is a big team. They're used to playing such kind of supporters. They're not custom. Those are F&B is packed all the time when they play derby. That thing is nothing to them.
I'm not sure.
They are used to that.
I'm not sure if they are used.
Lufuno, this is a public platform.
They cannot be. Pirates is not scared of supporters, guys. They play normally in Orlando. Orlando is always pulling 30K people all the time. At F&B it's 90K. They're not scared of supporters.
No, but here's what I'll say, Lufuno.
It's normal to Orlando
Pirates has never faced a crowd that is that hostile. That from you walking, they let you know that you're there.
Who?
No, but
they went to Abidjan. They went to Abidjan.
But Al Ahly never 20,000.
Let us cool you. Orlando Pirates went to Abidjan. They came back with them. They left people dead.
The problem that you are speaking about things. A lot of people that have maybe departed, they're no longer there. It's a long.
Because this team doesn't know that.
Yeah, this team does not.
Pirates is history. It's a team of.
But the players.
You can't divorce Orlando Pirates.
Really doesn't know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there's too much of a gap. But also to the remember in 2013 when they went to the final. So yes, in drips and drabs, even the final of the Confederation, they went to the final. So
these ones can carry on. Lufuno, well done to Orlando Pirates.
They still have to repeat. It's not done yet.
The South,
it's done.
But the one thing that happened is that the South stood up because Mamelodi Sundowns against Esperance, history's been dealt with.
A big result for Sundowns. Big result for Sundowns. You know, they had to win the game at home. And that is crucial for them to be able to play the occasion when they go to Tunis. Because, that means that Esperance has to score twice. And Sundowns is capable of scoring. Let me tell you, Sundowns can score anyway. So this game is still alive, but Sundowns got advantage.
Ngoda, his goal assist came from?
DDC.
Really?
What's it?
Shalulile, his assist came from?
DDC.
Mr. Bros, your team is doing well, your players are performing. Al Ahly at home. I thought I expected them to do better.
I was expecting them to do better as well, especially like taking advantage of this home. But I think Al Ahly has been found out. But at the same time, because if you look at these initial phases of the knockout stage, Al Ahly doesn't really go full throttle at you. Like Al Ahly will go to semi-final, final. You see those two matches, there they'll win it, they'll do it. But what I know for a fact is that Al Ahly will still get the business done. They have a big team mentality.
Al Ahly met somebody of pedigree, Ibenge.
That's what I wanted to tell you. That
so you wanted to tell us about...
As much as Al Ahly were playing at home, we need to understand that there's no easy games in Africa anymore.
Pedigree matters of a coach.
You can talk about pedigree. Padre has not coached in the Champions League, but he's doing well. So I'm just saying to you, I'm just saying to you is that there are no easy games in African Champions League football. They did not get to where they are by fluke. It means that they had to eliminate tough teams to be there, including Yanga.
Yes.
Okay, they're there. So I'll say Ali advantage. Ali is capable of going and play away and win.
Or draw.
But Pirates has showed them that they are beatable.
They're beatable, yes.
They're beatable.
Yes.
Okay.
They're beatable. And if you're talking about the scale of football in the continent, it's really fine margins right now. You look at the school fees that Mr. Ibenge had to pay in the past with this very same team. And they've closed that gap. So anything is possible.
Pyramid is academic. Oh, we take it down.
It's done. Nothing will happen. It's done. They're in the semi-final. They're waiting for Pirates.
Okay. So, Pyramid, we take it, that's done. Everybody else,
must just get the
open season.
In because we know Pyramid's going to be falling every 2 minutes.
Pyramid will be acting. But Esperance, it's going to be tough.
That one is close. They still have a lot of there's life there. It's close. Because for me is that Esperance did not play badly. They didn't play badly. They did not play badly. They wanted to get a draw, and they were just...
So they were good. They did not play.
Yeah, but that's how they are.
They did not play badly.
But they went. They came
80%.
Like, how do you even fail to complete 100 passes?
They came in for a draw.
In a match.
They came in for a draw.
Okay, so Esperance...
And also you must look at it. These guys, Esperance, they've just changed coaches. They're changing coaches like nobody's business. So
at this stage, excuses are not taken. So Esperance, this thing still has a pulse.
Yes.
Escodini, does this thing still have a pulse?
No, there's no pulse there. They'll be able to close up. Jose is a man of, as he said, he's the man of occasions. He knows how to play knockout football. You see, my biggest worry with Pirates was getting out of the group. Once now that they're out of the group, that man has proven to us. When was the last time he got beaten in a knockout competition?
And then Al Ahly, does it still have a pulse?
It does. It does. It does.
I saw beautiful football was played. Champions League football was played. I saw Nabi's got no job to do, nothing to coach. Did he enjoy the game?
I don't know.
Nabi loves watching quality football. That's why he
must play quality football. If he didn't play quality football, he's going to be put it out very soon.
We look forward to next week. The return legs are going. I'm saying Pyramid is done. Masandawana will go there and do what Esperance did to them. Escotini, Orlando Pirates should be able to seal this. Pyramid is done, Bafit.
That is done.
Messi Ibenge, please do some magic there.
The floor is yours.
The floor is yours. Thank you for watching. We look forward to your comments.
I saw a cherry and it was red.